We're here with Louise Hannum out in California, in Claremont, California, the original founder of the New Wineskins Missionary Network, and we just wanted to hear what she had to say to the Americans in the Anglicans in North America.
One thing that when Walter and I started missions, very few people were interested, and so we're just excited, and he was excited before he died, that the large number of people who were beginning to be involved in mission, get excited about mission, and doing something about it.
Okay. And tell us how you got involved with Sharon. Sharon Steinmiller is here with us as well, the second director of the Episcopal Church Missionary Community, and which is now New Wineskins Missionary Network. So how did you two meet?
Well, the thing that I remember most about Sharon is she came when we were working with the Episcopal Church Missionary Community, and she would come and help us keep our books, for one thing, which we needed help with. And then we also were happy to spend time with people who went overseas, because that was part of our job, was to help prepare people to go overseas and then to give them tender care when they came back. Mm-hmm. And so we always used to be eager to hear about her mission.
So as you've watched Sharon lead this organization over the last 22 years, what are some of your thoughts, reflections about her leadership of this organization?
Well, I'm delighted that she came on when she did, because Sharon had experience with big conferences, which we did not have. But Walter, when we started the New Wineskins Conference, it was going to be our 20th anniversary, 20th anniversary, and Sharon said, let's have a big party. And Walter said, no, we don't want a party, but we go to have a conference which has some meaning to it. And so that's what we did. We started a conference. And we actually had about 600 at the first one, which
wow.
was surprising.
And what year was that?
1993.
The first conference was 94.
94.
But we worked on it for 2 years. We started in 92.
Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So what would you say, what would be your well wishes for Sharon now that she's stepping down and passing the reins at the end of 2016?
Well, first of all, I'm glad that she was able to find someone to take her place that she feels comfortable with, and especially since I've met you, realize you're real interested in missions and in helping people to get into missions. So that's exciting. And for Sharon, I hope that she will find ways of just relaxing and she and John doing some fun things together. But I know that she...
Robert.
What did I say?
John.
Yes,
Robert, you want to know who John is?
No, John. Let's skip that one. We're glad that she and Robert were going to could just do some relaxing, fun things together. But then I hope that she will find one little notch where she could continue to use the information and knowing the people that she does in missions to continue to encourage them.
Mm-hmm. Now, another thing we've talked about as we've been out here in California is how much the world has changed, and of course how much the Anglican Church in North America has changed, and we're sort of at a new day now. And in a lot of ways, the nations have come to us here in the U.S. So as we look at mission, the mission of God, going forward, how would you think things have changed, and how that changes how we do mission?
I think one of the things that's happened is that because we learned something about how to do missions, we began to change ourselves and how we did it, how we would go in and listen to people and help them develop their mission. Mm-hmm. And I think if we continue to listen to people where they are and who they are, that it's going to be somewhat the same process.
Mm-hmm. Louise, What is the thing you are most famous for about telling missionaries?
Wherever you go, the first thing you do is to be a learner.
So it's
Wow.
be a learner, be a learner, be a learner, just like location, location, location. You never quit learning.
Mm-hmm. And ask a lot of questions and listen more than we talk, right?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, 2 ears and one mouth.
Yeah.
Very good.
So actually, it was never a party. It was a conference, but it was initially intended, I thought, we could do something in honor of Walter Hannum. And it was in honor of 20 years, but he really wanted to be a missions conference, and forward-looking, not just celebrating the past. So.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he wanted to be sure that it was.
Yeah.
Wow. What are some of your most special memories over the time that you oversaw this ministry?
I think the one thing is to see many people who we gave orientation to continue to do things not necessarily in world missions such as going but doing ministries which are many of them cross-cultural ministries, first of what Tom Pritchard does, and it's just exciting. I was very excited when I saw Tom Pritchard's name mentioned in the Christian Science Monitor saying the next person who really made a difference is going to be Tom Pritchard.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there was a story of Tom Pritchard in the next Christian Science Monitor. But, and he gives Walter credit for a lot of the things he learned before he went overseas.
So a lot of the people that have come to New Wineskins conferences have gotten engaged in ministry and mission and remained over a long period of time.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of them stay right involved in missions and such, but others do ministries that are cross-cultural in nature.
Mm-hmm.
When Walter and Louise started ECMC, there was no training for missionaries, and Tom Pritchard was in one of their initial missionary orientations, and he's going to Colombia, and he's like, what do these stories about Alaska have to do with anything? But they said it was so apropos when he got to Colombia. It was exactly what he needed to hear. But then now, when he was in the Christian Science Monitor, it was for working with Sudan Sunrise. Mm-hmm. So, there's hardly a corner of the world that have untouched by Walter and Louise's people whose lives they've touched.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
And many, especially many missionaries working with the unreached.
Mm-hmm. Right. What would be some of your parting thoughts as we draw our video to a close that you'd like to say? Words of encouragement, words of wisdom?
Well, I certainly am glad that you decided to take this job. And I know that it can be very, very I think very rewarding as you go along with it, and you'll find that many people who once decided they're going to be in missions, and if they become good missionaries, you'll find them great friends.
Oh, that's wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you very much. God bless.